juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Marquise Brown.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Could have gone with a ground game there. Opted for the quick pass. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered, Charles, but it didn't work out.
In a lot of these offenses, yards after catch are built in without explicitly saying it. In this case, he didn't make anyone miss out on the perimeter. Got tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And brings up 4th down. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Terrell Edmonds on the...
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. A give to Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
3rd and 7.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simple as...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Margus Hunt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. The give is to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Jalen Smith tied for 6th in the NFL in tackles last year, in on the stop there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Margus Hunt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Bears take over.
1-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2? Win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Tua. This will be caught by Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
That's the end of the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
And 10 at the Bears' 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun, escaping the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll look to run with Akers. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cam Akers, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. It's a run with Akers. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Herbert. That'll be caught by the rookie, K.J. Hamler.
Herbert's pass.
That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Herbert. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
On the play. And the Vikings first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. On the handoff, it's Akers. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Josh Jackson on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
It's now 4th down.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First down, Minnesota.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Tua. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. The 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but it was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Dancing to his left. Goodwin able to haul it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 7.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
On for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 11-7. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on, because you might wear the defense down.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Reception here by Ruggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me with them Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LREs. You can't block me. 56, Mike.
Now it's Herbert. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On first down, Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. The toss here completed to Pittman. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run on on first down. It's Jones, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That's good.
The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Ronald Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. And it's now 14-11. They lead it by 3.
Makes the score Bears 14. Vikings.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 32-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Check 24. Check 24. Slam. Cowboy 80. 79 Bronco.
Herbert off of play action. Open man Hamler, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
on third down now. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
At the 38-yard line.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert going deep downfield for Ross. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback. It comes out to the 25. Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st down, Vikings.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Looking to pass. Tua. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Vikings.
Complete.
Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Vikings 19.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ridiculous reverse that you forcing nature. I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw here. Herbert got an open man. It's Ruggs. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
Pass complete,
Up 3rd down.
but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still
No yards.
Okay.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters. Nope. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
41-yard line.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now Tua, a big spot for the rookie from Alabama. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
And the
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. They'll give this to Akers running right. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now a give. Akers running left. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 8 yards there. 1st down, Minnesota.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run.
At the 16-yard
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's
now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Going right back to Akers. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
7-yard attempt.
And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. 19. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something to stop this swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He was taken down.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Herbert now to throw. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
The 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give to Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Tonight.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Chicago, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to